My name's Daisy Gray.
My name's Matt Thomas.
I am constantly inspired by
Get to know your consumer before you do anything.
Welcome back to P&G's Meet the Leaders. I'm Katie Mills, and once again, I'm getting the chance to find out a little more about some of our senior leaders of our Northern Europe business. Previously on Meet the Leaders,
anyone can come to P&G, and P&G give the room for people from whatever background the opportunity and space to be successful.
The most important thing I've learned over my career is to continue to learn.
To be my authentic self.
We don't give people projects, we give them real jobs from day one.
So, join me once again as I welcome a new host of leaders with their own pearls of wisdom from their long and varied careers at P&G. So, let's meet my first guest today.
I'm Sarah Keane. I'm Vice President and Associate General Counsel for Northern Europe Legal. I have fair hair, fair skin, blue eyes. I am wearing a red dress. I have been with P&G for 28 years. And my pronouns are she, her.
Tell me about yourself. What do you like to do when you're not in the office?
So when I'm not in the office, I really enjoy socialising with friends and family and making time to be with them, do new things, try new hobbies. I enjoy skiing, walking, partial to a bit of gardening as well. So really enjoy the outdoors and just meeting up with friends and making the most of time with family.
What brought you to P&G?
I saw an advert in the Times newspaper which piqued my interest, and it was for an in-house role with P&G, having currently at the time been working in the city in private practice, and the in-house role appealed to me, working in business rather than the other side of the legal advice where you weren't in the thick of working with the business every day. So I answered the ad and it took off from there.
You've had a long and successful career at P&G so far. What keeps you here?
It's very easy. It's the culture, without a question of doubt. It's living, it breathes, and over the 28 years that I've been here, it constantly evolves for the better, always improving, always embracing change. And the people, I know it's a cliche, are wonderful to work with. They are challenging. Every day I have a new problem to tackle. I am never, ever bored. And it's that continuous challenge that keeps me here and the enjoyment of it.
I'm sure you'd agree there's not really a typical day at P&G. Can you tell me about what you've been up to this week?
Yes, my days are varied. My weeks are varied. I, this week, have got involved in some training for Finance College at regional level on antitrust matters and compliance for the company. I have got involved in defending our packaging claims. I have also worked on Amazon contract matters. So as we negotiate with our customers, how we can get the best out of that relationship. And I've also been working on some data strategy with IT colleagues.
Learning from failure is key to future success. Could you share an example from your career where you might have failed and what happened next?
Yes. So overpromising and trying to do too much. I've learnt from that you might not deliver what you would want to have delivered in a timely fashion. Therefore, empowering people to take that work forward rather than doing it all yourselves is probably a very big learning that I've had over the years that has just grown into a benefit, learning from that.
Having a growth mindset is critical. How would you define it? And what do you do to keep yourself in this mindset?
So for me, it's a love of learning and resilience. And to make that happen and to grow, it's important to connect with the people that I work with, particularly in the legal function, connecting with the business, understanding what's the next new challenge, understanding what can I learn to make me better and more impactful in the next thing that I'm going to do. How can I take things forward in the organisation and not be afraid of failing? So being resilient to just challenging new areas, especially in the new digital world, what's happening on artificial intelligence, learning about pieces that will take P&G and the business into the next decade and beyond.
What do you turn to for inspiration?
I make sure I turn externally for a lot of inspiration. So from friends who I know who also work in industry, have leadership positions, just discussing current affairs with them, making sure I read a lot, the news. Big fan of podcasts, so I find them a very useful source of keeping up to date. And then my daughters, 25 and 16, they give me inspiration on keeping things young, what's their younger perspective as a consumer on the world. So that's where I draw a lot of inspiration from, and also Instagram, of course.
What do you think is the most important thing you've learned over your career?
So I've learnt that everyone has a voice, and it's important to give everyone the right to be heard. And that's really powerful in meetings, to make sure, especially as a senior person, that you do sit back, take inspiration, listen to others, more junior people in the room. They have a lot to offer. And I think together we're stronger if we listen.
P&G has been around for over 185 years. What do you think is the secret to the longevity?
I think integrity and doing the right thing, being obsessive about consumer satisfaction, and embracing change. Change is constant, and we're very good at embracing change to keep us current.
If you weren't working for P&G, what would be your dream job?
If I wasn't working at P&G, my dream job would be a horticulturalist. So I love gardening, I love plants, I get a lot of pleasure from all of that. So I think if I could choose a dream job, I would move into that area.
What piece of advice would you give your younger self starting out in your career?
Believe in yourself and have more confidence.
Thank you for watching this episode. To watch the full series, go to pg.co.uk. Or to find out more about careers at P&G, visit pgcareers.com.